Hey, welcome back to part 3 of our 3-part series of using the lean method of choosing by advantages to help us make decisions. Today we're going to cover how we chose a tow vehicle and choosing between a Honda Pilot, Toyota Highlander, Toyota Sequoia, Toyota 4Runner, or a Toyota Tacoma. If you haven't seen part 1, please go back and watch that because it explains the choosing by advantages process as well as explains our use case and our family. If you watch part 2, then you know we chose a Casita travel trailer with a max weight of 3,500 pounds. We really wanted a tow vehicle with 5,000 or more towing capacity to give us some buffer. Let's start out by looking at the factors that we will be comparing today. Coming from a Toyota Sienna minivan, storage space was very important to us. Also notice I took some of the minivan criteria on the left-hand side just so I can more easily compare to what we currently have to what we were looking for. Gas mileage was also important. I was actually thinking about getting a hybrid minivan as the next vehicle until we started deciding to tow. Having a size that was comparable was also important. Having high ground clearance was important to us to get to certain rock climbing areas as well as some boondocking locations. Of course, we needed towing features, but those can vary depending on vehicle to vehicle. We wanted to be able to seat more people than just our 4 if possible. In our current vehicle, we could seat up to 8. Also, some blind spot and safety features and Apple CarPlay and other things were important to us. And finally, given how much we're going to be away from home with this vehicle, reliability was a must. In addition to the fact that we usually never buy brand new vehicles and usually buy one that's a few years old, these features were very important to us as to provide convenience and safety to driving the vehicle. We needed to get the Elite or Touring version of the Honda Pilot in order to get some of the convenience features that we wanted, and we definitely needed the all-wheel drive version. It did really well on gas mileage and convenience features with blind spot, Apple CarPlay, and Blu-ray. It also had an integrated hitch and factory 7-pin, which was nice. It came in with a score of 380. We did not need to get the higher trim levels for the Toyota Highlander to get all the features that we needed. Its standout features were gas mileage, its size, and its reliability. One downside was around the 7-pin adapter needed for the trailer. We could not get that factory installed, so it had to be aftermarket at a trailer shop or something like that. To keep our ground clearance, we decided to get the integrated hitch from Toyota and cut away some of the trim and mount the 7-pin on the side. The Toyota Highlander came in with a score of 390. We needed to get a slightly older model and the platinum trim for the Toyota Sequoia to get all the features that we needed. It had many standout features including storage space, its ground clearance and 4-wheel drive system, its towing features with sway control, leveling, has an integrated hitch and factory 7-pin. Its worst features were around gas mileage, which was around 13 miles to the gallon, and how big it was. It was bigger than our minivan. The Toyota Sequoia came in with a score of 350. In order for us to get some of the safety features we wanted, we actually had to get a 2020 4Runner, which really brought this out of our price range. Its best features were its size and its off-road and ground clearance capabilities. Everything else was just okay. The Toyota 4Runner came in with a score of 355. To comfortably fit our family, we needed the double cab version of the Toyota Tacoma, and we'd love to get the off-road version as well. Its standout feature was, of course, the 4-wheel drive and ground clearance system. Its big negatives were its size. It was a lot bigger than the Sequoia, and there was actually no extra seating. The Toyota Tacoma came in with a score of 275. When plotting the cost versus advantage, the Tacoma just didn't have as much advantages as we needed, and the 4Runner was too expensive. So that left the Sequoia, Pilot, and Highlander with really the age of a Sequoia that we would need to get to fit our price range, and the horrible gas mileage really took it out of the running. With the Pilot not having as good a reliability as the Highlander, we chose a Toyota Highlander. I hope you enjoyed this series on how we made the decisions that we did to ultimately end up with a Casita and a Toyota Highlander.